everyone, so this is a continuation from yesterday's video. You will have seen I've just shown you some fluffy pink slippers if you saw yesterday's video. It might not be yesterday's video because that could be a bi-weekly vlog, but the last daily vlog I'm talking about, so if you want to see them, check that one out. So every time I've been in Tesco recently, they've had this dressing gown in, and it's rainbow coloured basically. It's not like rainbow stripe, but it's like pink, blue, yellow, lilac. Probably getting it all wrong, but for some reason I absolutely love it, and I'm thinking, should I get it? I've got one dressing gown now and it's purple and I don't even wear it, but I like this one because it's got a hood on. I used to have one with a hood on. I think I have got rid of it, and I used to wear that a lot more. So, and then I keep thinking, well, it would be too warm for summer or whatever. I don't think it's a long one. I think it's like just below the knees or just above the knees. But I keep seeing it, I keep thinking, I want it. It's not like me to want bright colours, so I don't know what's going on with me. So my socks always seem to disappear, and I don't understand how or why. At the moment I've got thermal ones on, the ones I got from Tesco like leading up to Christmas, because I got my mum the same ones but in different colours. I got her like a pink and blue marl, and now I've got black, and what they've got different coloured toe and heel things on. And I went to get some of them and they've got none left, probably because it's like going to be spring or whatever. So I just picked up these, but the problem with these is they're so thin, I'm going to have to wear at least 2 pairs a time. But I don't know where my socks go, because my dad can't be stealing them because men's socks are bigger. So I don't know where my socks go, but what I need to do is when they come out the dryer is take them straight away, because I can never find any socks. I can find the thermal ones, well I can only find one pair at the moment. I don't know what happens to my socks. So these are so soft. It's women's socks made with natural antibacterial bamboo fibres, ethically sourced, temperature regulating antibacterial, £6. I've had these before. Can I find them? Can I hell us like? So I needed some socks, I needed slippers, so I got them. I got a bottle of Evian. I don't drink enough water. I got 2 of these. I'm drinking one at the moment, as you all know, because I'm still drinking it. I've not had much to drink today. I've had a coffee. Whilst these are still on offer, every time I go to Tesco I'm getting a pack for £2. If you've got anxiety, you get anxious a lot, I recommend having things like this in your bag. There's 60p each or 3 for £1.20. Have them in your coat pocket, have them in your bag. It's a good distraction, like getting it out your pocket, putting it in your mouth and then moving it around in your mouth or sucking on it. It's a way to distract yourself when you're outside the house. I've learned a lot of different techniques to cope with anxiety, and that is one of them. I go through a lot of them at the moment, I must admit, because I am struggling a lot with how I feel, but it does help. Or even having in your pocket, you can just like feel it, like play with them in your pocket. You can play with anything in your pocket, to be honest, so put something in your pocket to play with. Like I use my phone a lot as a distraction. I'll get it out and I'll just look at it, and I'll just see if I've got messages, or I might just go on the internet, or I might just look at pictures. Like I just do lots of different things. But a good thing is this, and also if you don't eat a lot, it's just a little bit of energy because there's a little bit of sugar and it just helps. So I've been carrying them around a lot lately. I keep meaning to get the big packet, then I can just put a big handful in my coat pocket or whatever. I keep some in my car, which is none in at the moment because I keep taking them out every time I get out because I enjoy eating them too much. Oh, I didn't show you the last thing. I've already had, did I have one this morning? Yeah, I had one of them in a coffee this morning. I know it's a weird combination, but basically that's what I had. My legs are aching like crazy because I was up and down the stairs countless times yesterday. I cleaned every floor again. That's why when she ran in then I was like, the little shit, I weren't happy. That's why I got to run back. So I don't mind if she's running on this floor to get the mud off. I just didn't want to. Sometimes she comes in and runs straight upstairs, and I didn't realise, because I was too busy filming myself, that she'd basically run mud in. Because obviously it snowed, and now the snow is getting thinner and thinner and wetter, so then it's like mud. So she always manages to find the mud. so I'm looking forward to trying this tomorrow. I need to, see my problem is I'll get a mascara, I showed this in my last video, and I'll literally open it and then I'll have tons on the go. Lately I've managed to finish a couple of mascaras because I'm like, you've got to finish some because you keep getting new ones, and I knew I was getting this, and I know I'll open this tomorrow because I'm basically dying to try it. So today I used a mascara that if I used every day for the week it'd probably finish. So that's what it looks like. It's kind of rubbery, it's kind of weird, but I wanted it so badly, so I got it. I ordered it like Thursday or something and it came today. I cannot wait. That might poke your eye out. I'm dying to try it. Obviously I've got mascara on now. I'm not gonna go and put this on, but potentially it'll come out tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest, but I can't see myself lasting with that bad boy. I am really hungry. I shouldn't skip breakfast like this morning because of the gas situation. If you want to know what I'm going on about, my dad tried to gas me. It was on quite high. It would have been on a long time to get to the top floor and smell as strongly as it did. He seems to be amused by it and doesn't seem to think there's a problem. I said I'm going to tell my doctor because it's not the first time he's done it and he's done other things. I have no life because I'm always here making sure he doesn't kill himself, which is really unfair, and I don't speak out about it a lot. I don't say too much about what goes on here, but people do notice little bits of things, and I don't mean just on here, like in general life people do notice things, but I don't necessarily feel comfortable talking about what does and doesn't happen here. My doctor knows my dad, so that makes it harder. And I don't mean just as a patient. He used to go running with her because she was a member of the same running club, and the way he goes on about her, you'd think they were really good friends, but I don't even think he has a personal phone number, so I wouldn't. But he makes out things like that anyway, like he'll meet someone like 3 or 4 times and he'll make out that he knows them really well. So, you know, I'm going to have to tell her what he's done because it isn't the first time. There was one time it was so bad, like I was so confused when I woke up and I couldn't work out what was going on, and the room was spinning. I actually was physically sick, and then I was crawling on my hands and knees. I had to go downstairs backwards because I was like crawling down the steps, and I got in the kitchen and turned it off, and I went to open the back door, and as I pushed the door I literally fell out the kitchen, and I just didn't have the energy to get up, and I led outside with my dog. Luckily at that house where I lived, it kind of had this shelter thing across the back door area and down the full length of the kitchen extension, so the outside bit wasn't till further out. So if it was raining I would have been okay, but I was like led there, couldn't get up, I felt horrendous, and then my dog came out and led next to me, and she didn't look very well. She was quite ill for a couple of days, she kept being sick, and I had a pounding headache for well over a day, like it was all that day and most of the next day, and I just didn't feel good. And I tell him and he makes jokes about it or gets angry with me, but you know, it's not fair that I'm in these situations where I have to like check on him or check that he's not basically killing us. And it was like when I was in hospital at Christmas, they wanted to safeguard him because I said I can't leave my dad, and he got really angry when I told him, and he like I had to blag it to make sure they didn't send social services in to check on him. I mean, he would have played it down anyway, and he does anyway, but it just worries me. Like when I went to Devon in November, I was very concerned the whole time. I bought him meals, which meant he had to cook, but he doesn't want to cook. I should have got him ready meals. I left instructions, he didn't do half the things that I told him to do. He wasted half the food as well. And it's just like, it's not fair because I'm under this pressure to constantly be here to look after him. Like, no one's ever looked after me. I've looked after him since I was 12, and it's just getting harder and harder. And someone said it's like older people go backwards and they revert to being babies, and some days it feels like that. Honestly, some days I'm so stressed out with what I put up with and how he acts and the things he does that I just feel like this is my life for a long time until he dies, and I've given up a lot of my life for him, and it's really, really difficult for me.